A judge has ruled that Paul Manafort has lied about even more than the things that we thought that he had lied about. The way that this process works is you start cooperating with the special counsel because they found out that you lied about a bunch of things. And as part of that deal, you have to assert that I have now revealed all of the stuff I lied to you guys about. Well, it turns out that he didn't do that. He had been concealing even more lies that are concerning when you begin to speculate as to why exactly he would have not told the truth about these particular things, and why not just he would lie, but he would lie with the penalty of significant additional time in prison. So Paul Manafort, he is facing significant penalties already prior to today. But with this new information, it is not impossible that he could spend the rest of his life in prison. He has many, many lawyers. He would know that before concealing additional lies. So we have to ask ourselves, why would you risk spending years or decades more in jail to continue to lie about things that we're already sort of suspecting and inspecting as well? But he did do it, so let's talk about the nature of that lie. The court found that Manafort lied about his contacts with Konstantin Kilimnik both during and after the election. Manafort was also found to have lied about, quote, a payment that was routed through a pro-Trump political action committee to cover his legal bills, and about information relevant to another undisclosed investigation underway at the Justice Department. A reminder that there are many investigations we know about, there are some that we don't necessarily know about. And let's talk about some of the nature of the communications between these two individuals. The Post had previously reported that back in August 2nd, 2016, there was a meeting at the Grand Havana Room, a private cigar, that sounds nice, a private cigar room in New York. Manafort, Deputy Campaign Chairman Rick Gates, and Kilimnik discussed, quote, a proposed resolution to the conflict over Ukraine, an issue of great interest to the Russian government, according to a partially redacted transcript of the February 4th hearing. It was there that they may have been, quote, a handoff by Manafort of internal polling data from Trump's presidential campaign to his Russian associate. So look, there are gaps there that need to be filled in, but it's not crazy pants to speculate that perhaps Russian interests lied with a particular resolution of a conflict in that region. It looks like Manafort might have been reassuring this person with connections with that government that, hey, internal polling is showing that we might have a chance at this thing. He is willing to lie about that again at the risk of additional years or decades in prison. Why?
Well, not lying about it would alienate a president who could pardon him.
That's a good point.
That's really the only point that I've seen coming out of this that makes any sense.
But why would he think that the president would be willing to interfere in an investigation like this and give a pardon to protect himself?
But it wouldn't be in the investigation. Now it's a waiting game to see what happens first, like the conviction and sentencing, or the end of the Trump presidency. And as we get closer to the potential end of the Trump presidency, that's what Manafort is. But Manafort's already in for a lot of jail time. He was just like, I will lie, I will tell as few truths as I can get away with, and as many lies as still covers my butt on this.
Yeah, perhaps. And so, look, as of right now, I've already seen on Fox News today, they're talking about, well, you know, he's really old, like, facing that much jail. Shouldn't they just pardon him?
No.
Okay, well, look, they're gonna say it, obviously. And understand the timeline that we're talking about. Again, some gaps need to be filled in, but the timeline we're talking about, when he supposedly hands over this polling data to this person with connections to the Russian government, this is after it had been reported that Russia was seeking to interfere in the election. So after that, they're giving internal polling data to this person in connection with the possible resolution of a foreign policy conflict. Understand also in the background, in the last week or so, there has been sort of media conversations about a future conflict in Ukraine and speculation, this is not from Russian government officials, this is from the sort of media figures in the country that, well, you know, it's probably not that risky to get involved once again because it's likely that Trump is gonna say, well, you know, big picture, we still wanna be on the side of Russia. And I'm not saying in terms of like collusion or anything, I'm saying in terms of international alliances. So they are factoring in Trump is probably not gonna care about whether we invade another portion of Eastern Europe because we know where his loyalties lie in terms of geopolitics. Thank you very much for watching this clip from the Damage Report. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications of our new videos. And of course, you can catch the full Damage Report live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TYT Network on YouTube TV.